Hey everybody, it's Andy. Recently, one of my subscribers who works at Google ended up getting a swag credit that they spent on this Timbuk2 Parkside Laptop Backpack 2.0. They decided to send it to me so I could film a video on it, and I've been using this backpack for a little while, and I'm definitely ready to share my thoughts. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Timbuk2 Parkside 2.0 Laptop Backpack. If you like content like this and want to see more, please smash the like button on YouTube, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Without further ado, let's get into the bag. Back in 2021, Timbuk2 released the 2.0 series of a bunch of their backpacks, including the Parkside. The Parkside has traditionally been a bag that companies have given out as corporate swag, as is evidenced here. I've seen a few companies give the old version out, and this is my first time seeing the 2.0 version. For some basic specs about the bag, it's a 20-liter backpack that weighs in at 1.5 pounds. The dimensions are going to be 17.5 inches tall, 11 inches wide, and 5 inches in depth. And according to the Timbuk2 website, it's going to be able to fit a 15-inch laptop. Looking at the bag, let's start over at the front. Over here we have the Timbuk2 branding with a little loop right here if you want to hang a light or a carabiner or something. Here we have the corporate sponsored logo. Plus, you probably can't see this too well, but it says platforms and devices as some additional corporate branding here on the front. I know Timbuk2 does a lot of these corporate branded backpacks, so something like this is probably pretty standard. There are two main areas of pockets on the front of this thing. This long side has a zipper that goes all the way down, and in here I was able to fit a Tom Bin everyday cube or 3D organizer cube with some toiletries. And it's just a big open space, covers this whole rectangle. On the other side, there are two pockets with zippers that basically bisect this in half. Over here on the bottom, I just have one. I think this is a good side to keep some snacks, so I have an Ovu bar. And on the top, there is a key leash, which actually has a pretty decent action right there. One thing I was really hoping was that I could fit my glasses case inside of one of these pockets. And while it comes close, it doesn't really zip all the way. It's just a little bit too small. So that was a bit disappointing. But in general, I think there's definitely things you could use if you have a thinner glasses case maybe, or additional items that you want to keep flat. Looking over to the side here, this is just a plain panel. There's nothing on this side. And the other side has a water bottle pocket. This is an elastic pocket with some mesh here. I have here a Camelback chute. This is the insulated 25-ounce version. And just to do a little test, it doesn't really have the best retainment when it comes to moving the bag around in gravity. But you did see I gave it a little shake before the bottle fell out. Over at the back of the bag, the shoulder straps are pretty simple. They're just attached with webbing. They have some adjustment, and there is a nice little strap keeper on each side. But in general, there's no sternum strap, and the back panel here does have mesh, but it's not the biggest padding, and it's pretty simple overall. Finally, the top of the bag has a simple webbing handle that is positioned nicely if you want to hang the bag on a hook or something, and it's a good size, but in general, there's just no padding. It's a piece of webbing. Looking into the front pocket here, this is where you get your organizer panel for the backpack. Here there are 3 pen slots. There's a slip pocket behind it all where I have this iPad mini, and you can see it only goes down to about right here. From here. So it's not the biggest slip pocket, and in front of it is another slip pocket that goes down to the same depth. I tried putting in an iPad Air earlier, and it wasn't enough room to fit it like this back here. And if you have something like papers, they're not going to be a good fit for that side of the pocket. Still, in front of all these slip pockets, it just goes all the way to the bottom of the front there. So that is room to put something. But in general, this is a pretty simple organizer panel. It's thin fabric, no padding. And I would have liked it to just be a little bit larger on the depth over there. Going over to the main compartment now, we have this zipper here in the back. And this is a pretty traditional half-zip style backpack. It opens down to here, and really the compartment goes in front of the zipper. So I just have a few items. I have an Evergoods Cap 1. I have my Bellroy sling. And then at the bottom, I was able to fit in the sideways position this Evergoods Cap 2. So you can still fit a decent amount in, it's a 20-liter backpack. The laptop compartment definitely leaves something to desire. As you can see, we have a elastic band on top of a piece of the very thin fabric. This is the same fabric that you have in the organizer panel, and there's absolutely no padding on the front for the laptop whatsoever. It's advertised as the Parkside Laptop Backpack. I would expect there to be at least a little bit of padding on the laptop compartment. This here is a 14-inch MacBook Pro, but Timbuk2 advertises that it can fit on average most 15-inch laptops. The one nice thing, which might be a bit difficult to see, is that while it is, pretty flimsy, it has a little bit of distance off the ground. So there's maybe about an inch of space at the bottom below the laptop before the bottom of the backpack. So if I hit the bottom here, the padding from the back does keep the laptop suspended. So you do have a bit of protection in that regard. All right, now trying on the bag. I'm about 5'9" and 150 pounds, and it fits pretty comfortably. The dimensions of this bag are one where they're probably going to be able to fit under one of those low-cost airlines as an underseat bag, being under 18 inches there. And the comfort of the straps, while not necessarily super padded, there is some padding, some mesh, and I find it relatively comfortable to wear. So what are my final thoughts about this bag? The MSRP is $99 US, but as one of Timbuk2's frequently on sale or corporate branded bags, you can probably find this for a little bit cheaper. When I went to film the video, Amazon had it for $80, for example. But I think compared to some of their other offerings, this might not be the best one for you to get if you're buying it yourself. Recently, I was able to get my friend a Timbuk2 Uptown bag, which was a bit larger, felt a bit nicer, had the padding, had additional organization for a similar price point. And the Timbuk2 Division backpack of their newer line is of a similar price point, maybe $20 more, but it feels a lot better made. It has a more dedicated laptop compartment and a more sturdy water bottle holder. In general, though, if you're looking for an inexpensive bag, you're doing some corporate branding, you want to make a bunch of bags for folks on the team, or you want to have something that does fit within the low-cost airline sizing limit, the Timbuk2 Parkside Backpack is definitely an option to consider. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like content like this and want to see more, please smash the like button on YouTube, leave a comment below with whether or not you would get this, an alternative, or what you would use as a corporate branded backpack, and please subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Thank you all very much for watching, and have a good day.